Hello Aquarius, and welcome to Embrace the Moon Tarot and your March 2018 Tarotscope. So as I was shuffling, I immediately tapped into changes. That's the word that came up, changes. Over and over again, changes. So I think you're at a point of experiencing changes. I have the four corners as I usually do, which are mind, physical, emotion, and fire, passion, or spirit. Present and strength and obstacle are added. And I'm going to go ahead and tap into the present energy card first because this kind of excites me and it really connects with that sensation that I was getting as I was shuffling cards. And we have the Nine of Swords reversed. And I left it reversed because I feel that this is extremely important to be tapping into. Beginning March, entering into March, and pretty much the entire month of March, there's going to be an overall sense of finally being able to release some of the fears. So some of the anxieties that have been present leading up to this point in your life, you finally have reached a point where you have either gained clarity, gained resolution, or a combination of the two that allows you to either completely let the anxieties go and they no longer have control over you, or you have managed to take control of them and made them work for you. And I feel that it's more of a resolution, but as you progress through the month of March, there's going to be a sense of really making this work for you, really recognizing that this has occurred and really seeing what this means for you and how you can present yourself as a result of this and how it defines where you go from here. So I feel like this is a big energy. This is such a big energy. I feel like I could probably just turn the video off and leave you with this because this is such a big deal. This energy is huge. It's so huge. And those of you who resonate with this, you know this. I don't even have any more to say to it because I don't feel like I have to add, you know, you just know. So that is the energy. Like I said, I feel that it's noticeable at the beginning of the month. It's going to kind of ride the entire month of March. It's going to there's going to be an ebb and flow, but it's always going to be present. In the mind, we have the Fool, and as I stated, I just feel that because of this reversed swords, Nine of Swords, as far as how the present energy and the energy of the month is going to flow and what it means as far as clarity, resolution, and where you go from here, there's just this increased anticipation or excitement of, like I said, what this means for you, the potential of it, where you can go with this. It's like the world is your oyster right now. There's so much you can do. Your mind is just filled with all the things. There's just so much energy that has been kind of let loose as a result of this. So everything that was held back by the dam of your anxieties up to this point, because that dam has been broken, because that bridge has been broken, it's just you're being flooded with all of this inspiration of possibilities, potentials, and it's inspiring, it's awe-inspiring, and you haven't made a leap yet. You're just kind of reveling in it. You're feeling it. You're getting to know what it feels like and kind of really considering what it means. And you're not in any big hurry right now to make any huge decisions right away. There's no push. You don't feel any push or pressure, and you're actually being validated by this reading. There is no push or pressure for you to immediately make any decisions. You're not actually being asked or called to make that flying leap of faith or take any risks right now. It's just a validation of this momentous being at the brink of something fantastic, because the dam of your anxieties has been broken and now so much of yourself has been kind of released, and the potential, there's just so much that can go from here, and it's exciting. In the physical realm, we have the Ace of Swords. So a little bit of this on the brink of something is going to be resonating within the world as you know it, that you live, your earth walk, what you do, where you reside, your home, your family, your home hearth, your universe, your career. It's just kind of merged into one big, your personal universe. Your outlook has shifted as a result of it. You've just, again, because the dam of your anxieties has finally broken, what it means for you, the potential it means for you, is just inspiring, not only mentally and as far as what you're considering and the potentials and where you may or may not go from here, but your perspective of your life, what makes up your universe, is changing as a result of it, which is one of the reasons why you're not feeling pushed to take a leap of faith right now. You're on the brink of it. You're not asking to jump yet because you're still taking it all in. You're still absorbing it. You're still seeing it through these fresh eyes that don't have the glasses of anxiety that were once covering it. So it's all about seeing your universe from a new perspective and what that means. And it's feeding that, being at that brink of something awesome. I'm feeling like you're on the brink of something awesome. And at this point, anything and everything is awesome. It's just really good right now. The vibrations just feel really good right now. So that's the earth perspective, your universe as you know it. You're just seeing it through new eyes, a fresh outlook, new perspective. And it's just feeling good. It's just feeling really good. Emotional, we have Queen of Cups. And I just feel that this is kind of tapping into how you connect with your emotional state. And this feels a bit wibbly wobbly in the sense that there's emotions of excitement and anticipation because of this changing, but then there's a little bit of some emotions that are getting kind of triggered came up. That's not a favorite word of mine. I feel like that gets so used and overused nowadays, but you're feeling a bit triggered as a result of these emotions because now you have to kind of look at this. What are you on the brink of? What it can mean for you? Where's the potential going to carry you? And then the perspective that as you look around you and you see the world through this new lens that you've been given, this new light on life without the anxiety clouding your vision. It's all happening in your head right now. Like everything that you're processing, you're only processing up in your head. It's all about your thoughts and your ideas and your perceptions and your considerations. You haven't brought up the emotion yet. You haven't brought up how the emotions ties into all of these thoughts, feelings, perceptions, considerations. And so the emotions are going to start to kind of kick in somewhere around the end of the second week, third week of March. And with that, there's a potential of feeling like you're being brought down just a little. It's not that the anxieties are coming back or anything like that, but as I stated, everything that's been considered and contemplated and inspiring you and what have you, it's all happening in your head. It's all thoughts, perceptions, and what have you. The emotions haven't been thought about or processed yet. And so they haven't impacted it yet. And at some point, you're going to start tying in the emotion with the thoughts. And that's going to kind of bring some of those thoughts down a little bit. Not in a depressing factor. I feel like I really have to state that. So don't feel like you're going to hit a wall of depression as a result of it, or the blues, or however you want to define that. But that really living up in the clouds because of, well, yes, I'm so inspired. You're going to kind of be brought down a little bit as you start to wade through the waters of emotion. And this is a good thing in the sense that you can really kind of tap into wading through all of these awe-inspiring inspirations and considerations, and you'll be able to filter out the ones that don't resonate, don't actually fit. So nurture the emotional aspect of it. You do want to be brought down because you don't want to be operating with your head in the clouds. At some point, you do want to come down and operate by being present. Try to figure out how to word this. You do want to operate at a point of being present. And part of what makes us very present is how our heart is actually involved in our decisions, what we're considering, what we're contemplating. How something does actually inspire us, and whether that inspiration can withstand the test of time. So you are going to get to a point where, yes, the emotions are going to kind of bubble up and start to impact your thought process, but this is a good thing. Figure out how to nurture it so that it works for you. As you process all this, you have a bit of the Empress sitting in the position of passion. And so tying in, nurturing your heart's desires with all of the awe inspiration, and I tapped into this a little bit, and this is just expounding on that. Bringing it together. The Empress is really talking about bringing it together, bringing together all of this inspiration, contemplation, and figuring out how you can be tying in your heart's desires so that you can ground it and manifest it, make fertile ground and manifest something big out of it. So whatever it is, you can take it places. You are in a position that is very fertile for creating something as a result of this. But you don't want to be creating from a place up in the heads, up in the skies, up in the clouds. You do want to bring it down. That's why you're being told to find a way to nurture the emotions so that it ties in correctly, because it's a much more beautiful reunion when you can bring it all together, all the elements of what makes who you are together to create something new. It's just a better union and therefore a more fulfilling creation in the end. Your strength is the King of Cups, and your strength is going to be being able to go from figuring out how to nurture the emotions to how to make it work for you, manifesting something out of it, putting it all together so that it can rise and become and be exactly what it is that you feel has the potential of becoming. This is your strength. You already know how you can make it work for you, but if you get too caught up in being uninspired with the head in the clouds and not nurturing how the heart factors in, things can get kind of jumbled. Things that you manifest and create might not get tethered properly as a result of it, and so there might be a bit of a struggle to keep it pushed to full fruition. So it's a matter of making it work for you, making your inspiration tied into your emotions, your heart desires, and then taking it to the next level and manifesting it, tapping into that fertile ground that you are, knowing how to take what you know, what you feel, and how you can make it work, and then doing something with it. But the emotions factor in. When it comes time to get beyond being just inspired and doing something with it, I can't stress highly enough about how you need to really tap into the emotional side and making it work for you. The obstacle we have is the Six of Wands. Oh, and this feels a bit like premature celebrating. That's the only thing that comes to mind. When I saw and I laid this card down, that was what came to mind, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to look at that right now. I will wait till I get to that. And I didn't give it another thought until I got back to this card, and this is the first thing. Six of Wands was the potential obstacle for this month, is premature celebrating. So kind of getting ahead of yourself, not getting all your ducks in a row and celebrating beforehand, something along that line. And that is all I'm getting. I am not getting anything more to say. It just screams premature celebrating. So be mindful of that as you move through the month of March, as you're processing this information, and as you're trying to work from fertile grounds, nurturing the emotional aspect to tie in with the awe inspiration that you have going on with your heads in the clouds, and figuring out a way that you can manifest it, but make it work for yourself. But don't get too far ahead of yourself. Don't celebrate before you've managed to see it through to the end. Yeah. All right, that is it for the core reading. I'm going to go ahead and pull another card to wrap it all up, bring it together, maybe give you a mantra, but we'll have to see what it is that the universe wants to give to you. We have Damascus, self-love. So I feel that this is connecting into that moment of when you may possibly celebrate before you should have, when you thought you got all the ducks in a row and you didn't actually. You're just being told to not be too hard on yourself. Take the time to connect. And this also ties in a bit with the whole concept of finding how your emotion ties in and make it work for yourself. So figure it out. Figure out the emotional aspect of yourself and what it means to you and what it can do for you, where it can take you, how it adds the potential. We have inspiration as far as, when things reach that moment of clarity and our thoughts get kind of, clear. We just get so inspired by all of this, the new perspective and what have you. But definitely you still want to tap into the emotional aspect of it. You really, really want to tap into your heart's desire and how they mold together in the best case scenario for the best fulfillment, for the best end goal. So your intentions are working together. Head and heart are working together for the best intentions to see it to the end. So you're really being told to tap into yourself, your emotions, what things mean to you in the core part of you. All right, Aquarians, that's all I have for you for this month. I hope it's a good one. Make it a great one, and hopefully I will see you in the next month.